Yes, I think we are live. Hey there, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Mama Pause. I'm Lori Petro, founder of Teach Through Love, and I'm here with my friend Traci Green. And this is our weekly show where we invite you to join us, take some time out of your day to pause, connect like we do, connect with someone you love, and join us. Traci, how are you? Traci, where is Traci? Traci, dear. Traci's coming. Oh, she's in the TARDIS. She's coming. I don't know where she's coming from. Hello, did you make it safely on your journey?
I did. I didn't feel like using the stairs this morning to the upstairs.
It's always nice to take a little dimensional travel, see where you land.
It helps having a TARDIS in your living room.
I love it. I love it. There you go. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello. It's so nice to see you. I think that we're live. Are we live? Yes, we have some people watching. Hello, everybody.
Hooray.
Welcome. I took my glasses off, but let me turn them on, and I will switch to comments. You can see comments too, right? Yeah, you see them.
Yeah. So, and I got my periodic table of elements teacup today.
You're so good. I have lemon water. Lemons.
Oh, look what else I have too. My cup of water.
Oh, we match.
We match. And you sent these to me.
Did I?
A couple of years ago, I think for my birthday.
Oh my goodness, I do remember. I think they may have been in the family. I think they may have been my dear Aunt Rose's, and I picked them out because she has all kinds of stuff that's like totally your style and cool stuff. So I think I might have got those at my cousin Amy's store.
I think so. Oh, that is even more special. I like that because I think of you every time I drink out of it anyway.
Oh, I love it. Well, now I did not get these there, but I bet these were, I feel like these might have been a Goodwill purchase. I love getting glasses at like fun stores, old stores and stuff. So cheers to us, some water. And to everybody, thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning.
I know that we're gonna do fun stuff. Traci's gonna do a facial. She's gonna go skin deep, and I'm gonna go like crazy. Let's talk about family shame. Let's go deep. You know me. I'm like, let's go down into because it's so much has come up since my mom has passed away, and I'm processing a lot right now. But can I share something really quick before we go into that?
Please.
Finally, after so many months of like back and forth and all this crazy stuff, the blah, blah, blah. Where's my other one? I can't find the other one. Oh, here it is. I got something they finally went out to everybody that pre-ordered them, but I got all my new decks of cards. These are my educator decks. So there's, this is the elementary deck and the early childhood, so preschool up to like grade 2, and then we have the middle school through like 9th grade, middle school, junior high deck of my conscious communication cards. I'm really excited. Oh wait, here they are.
Exciting! Congratulations.
Here's the back. They just have a really just fun little, and they're color coded so you can remember which deck is which. But these are different from the parent deck. So they have the new design that you guys might have seen online if you've been looking. That's probably so many. I'm like shoving them in your face, but I'll grab like 3.
Okay, wait a second. There's a lot of people that know what the heck these beautiful cards are, but just explain for a few people that don't know that are watching us.
You're so right. Thank you so much. These are, you know how everybody's like, do this as a parent, be nice, be kind, say this, and they tell you how to be or what not to do. But they're like, okay, well, what do I say now?
I need a script.
Then they're like little scripts. So then you get so good. Then you get, so this is the parent deck. The parent deck is a little different because this is the original design. And these are also color coded. So here's the original deck. And you have what we normally say as parents. And then down here is how you can say the same thing, but you reframe it without the blame, the shame, the judgment, and the guilt that we all grew up with, right? So if you have these, let us know. Let me know if you have them and if you enjoy them. And if you got the new educator deck, they were arriving. I know they were arriving in mailboxes this week. But so they just give us, but not only do they give us just little scripts, they also tell us the mindset that you want to go in with. So they say things like notice without judgment, just prompt with a question, set compassionate limits so that you can, and ideas for what that sounds like, so that it's not just, oh, I know I'm supposed to be empathetic, but I have no idea what that sounds like. So I made cards to show us. Well, I used to just post them online, right? And then people are like, make cards. And we just made them. And then when I made these, because these were done Kickstarter, right? Everybody supported these. You guys made these.
Amazing.
And then when we hit our, it was 3 days actually that we hit our goal. But then we hit so many stretch goals that I said I would make an educator deck. And it was just too hard to make one. So I made 3 educator decks. They have 36. It's a 44 card deck, but there's 36 communication cards. And again, these are color coded. And now these have little symbols so that you can recognize, and they follow my support, stress, and skills model, right? So that connect, relationship, regulate together, and then we can build skills, because that's how we're always going to get our kids to motivate. So I'm just really excited because they're finally here. They're made in the USA and there's only a few decks left. I know that we almost sold out of the order, so I have to order more, but we finally just wanted to make sure these were all good. But they're made in the USA, which is really exciting because it's really hard to get cards made here. It's much more expensive, but after so many pandemic related shipping craziness, we ended up doing it here. They were made in Florida, so I'm just excited. It was a really big project, and so it's exciting. So thank you to everybody who supported.
Obviously, people are needing them if they're selling out right away. That Kickstarter's going quick, and it's so
crazy.
Yeah,
it's so crazy. You just never know the things that are going to help people. Because I just started doing it, like online back when I lived in our little house in California, and I was looking out my window because the first one that I did online was, I took a picture out. Remember my dining room window, and you looked out and it was just all that green ivy. So there's a picture of like that with the sky in the middle. And I was like disconnecting words and connecting words and slapped it on there. Like there was no Canva that I was using, like nothing, none of the tools that we have today. And that was like 2010, I guess.
Yeah.
2009, maybe. That was the very first one. So here we are today.
No, fantastic. And Malcolm is asking, where do I get them?
You can go to teachthroughlove.com. Go to teachthroughlove.com. I know that my website has hyphens. If you guys don't worry about that, you just type in the whole thing and it'll take you right. And then click on the cards. And then you can get them right there.
Yay. And Denise says, thank you for your hard work. I do too.
No, thank you guys for just like the support from everybody that has asked for them to be made and supported, and just like that's why they're here, because I don't know if I would have had like the confidence or the knowledge, the realization of how impactful they actually became, because it just seemed, I don't know, I never thought, I wasn't trying to create a tool. I was just trying to help people say the same thing, but just take out all that judgment that we grew up with, which is why I wanted to talk about family shame today, because there's so much that I've been processing. I think since my mom passed, we were a family that, it was like you had to keep secrets. You weren't allowed to talk. We were talking about this, like the whisper.
Yeah.
You whispered, when people were sick, or you didn't talk about that kind of stuff. And there's so much that then if you take that on and you're unconscious, then it comes out in all of your relationships, right? Your kids' relationships. So, all right. So thank you for letting me blabber on about the cards and that. How are you? This is our weekly chat, you guys, where we just connect and talk. How are you, Traci?
Yes, I'm doing okay. I had my week since last week was really, it was interesting. It was a very high and low week, full of joy and full of deep sorrow. But it wasn't mine necessarily. It was my birthday and last week, and I felt so loved and so full of joy. It was just amazing how many messages of love came to me from all over the world. starting at midnight. It was like amazing. And at the same time, I had quite a few close friends pass away. And it was very
in 1 week. That's a lot to
yes,
really
a lot
process.
of process. But here's the beautiful thing. So I went over to the home of one of my girlfriends that passed away from cancer. And I know her family. I've met them before. Her mother's also going through cancer. So she's joined me in a lot of the events I do with cancer ladies. And I went over there to drop off a basket of food that I had made for them to make their lives a little easier this week. And my son came with me, 15, for support. He said, I'll drive with you in the car. And when we got there, he asked me if I wanted him to come with me and stand outside. We were all going to be at a distance with our masks on. And I started to get emotional and I said, yes, if you don't mind. And he stood
He's
there.
so big now to say that. It's so like, wow, you know.
Incredible. He hugged me before we got out of the car to give me confidence because I started to get emotional when I saw the family. And then we must have been talking for about 15 minutes. And the ladies even commented what an incredible young man he was to sit there and support us and listen and participate in our conversation. It was so sweet. And we got back in the car and he hugged me again. And it was just like this full spectrum of life emotions last week, of experiencing life.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, but terrible at the same time.
Yeah, it's weird how we have to have that. I was just thinking about that earlier today, how I didn't want to, it's so hard because I want to tell my Luna about all the awful things that are in life that to be aware of, but I don't want to make life awful. But yet I want to also talk about the things that are beautiful and let her know that we need those, we need them both. I haven't figured out exactly how to do that eloquently yet. Life sucks, but it's beautiful.
Right? Well, they see that too every day. If you're one to open up and let them watch you live your life
You're right.
emotionally,
They live it.
you see the ups and downs. And I am not a hider. I like to have people participate in my emotions.
I'm feeling sad. Come over. Sit right here with me.
And even if you're over there, you're going to feel it. I'm just
you want to be in the room? That's okay. Feel my emotions from there.
No. Yeah.
But you know what I think sometimes when we didn't have like the emotional space to have our emotions, like whether they weren't validated, and not because here's the thing, we're not trying to blame, we aren't blaming our parents, we aren't like even my mom and I had a terrible relationship. I'm not blaming her for things. I'm just trying to make sense of my childhood and the way I understand the world now and the things that I want to change. So just know that if you are a parent or if you're a grandparent or if you're related to us, this is not about judgment or shame or any of other people. It's really just how can we break patterns? Because we want to break those cycles. I think in our own families.
I've learned something too over the last few years. I don't have to always reflect what that other person is feeling. Mm-hmm. I can choose to make the choice of not being affected. I'm not blaming myself for their sadness or madness or whatever is happening.
So you can be there with them without making it something you have to fix or making it or just taking it on as your own.
Yeah.
That takes a practice.
I know.
Especially if you're really sensitive. I mean, I'm super empathic. So I'm just who's got a feeling? I got it. I'm feeling it.
It's so true.
It's you see, I've definitely taught my Luna to be aware because she's super sensitive and she is that same way. So I've taught her to also be aware of that, going in and sort of shield herself in whatever way, just self-awareness, I know that I'm walking into a situation where I might get overwhelmed. What does that feel like? What happens to my body? Because otherwise we bury those emotions and then we feel shame when we feel them when we're older. There's so much of that. Like if it's hidden.
Oh, shucks, I'm having a little technical difficulty if I'm going in and out here.
She's not actually stuck for us. She might be, you might be stuck. You weren't stuck. Well, you weren't stuck for me. I wonder if you were stuck for everybody. Let me put my glasses on and see who. Hi, who's here? Hi, Martha, and I can't.
Shani.
Maybe that's Lee. Because it looks like it's shiny property of Lee Cameron. So I'm
shiny.
Not sure.
Shani. I put the accent.
You did. You can say hi if you're watching us. Does this show us all? Oh, they're on YouTube. Okay, now I can see us. Now I can see where everybody's from. So if you're watching us, say hi. Let us know where you're.
Where are you? Last week we had people from the UK and from all over the country too, but someone joined us from in Brazil.
Oh,
someone
was
from Brazil last week.
Oh, that was a couple of weeks ago. I remember that. So that was one of our first shows, and I remember when I scheduled this one, I put episode 4, thinking that, and then it was 5. I was like, oh my God, we've been getting together for 5 weeks straight like this, and I love it. And you know, we actually still talk more now during the week. So now it's been very nice because we saw each other like almost every single day for like 4 years straight at least.
Yeah,
and our
Shiny's from England. Cheers for coming.
Thank you.
I'm excited.
It's like it's later. It's like after. Is it like after dinner time there now? Like relaxing.
8 hours.
Oh, 8 hours. Oh, you're 8 hours. You're on the West Coast, so I'm only 5 hours.
5 hours.
So it's like 7.
Yeah.
Nice. Welcome. Thank you for coming, everybody. So Traci, are you gonna do a little self-care today for us still?
Yeah. I got avocado and I got yogurt and a little honey. Okay, so I'll just start putting it on because I'm gonna leave it on my face. And
we're just gonna go for it. So if I did not get to send out a recipe, but if you guys want to join Traci and do a little, I have an appointment right after. So I am not, although I don't know that I would actually join you if I didn't have that appointment. Because I grew up with, there's so much shame around like not being all
makeup.
I'm working through it. But I actually also I love the whole process. Like I used to love to do like stage makeup for when, like when we had a show or something. And that was one of my favorite parts. All right. So yogurt, honey, and avocado, right? Simple.
Yeah. I'm using honey from my sister-in-law's bee farm in Montana.
That's cool.
Extra nice honey.
You guys have local stuff to use. That's always great.
This is this is yogurt, a high fat yogurt, because that's going to be better for my skin. And avocado, and it is not pretty. I've squished it up, and you also can eat it. Before you start the facial, or if you get hungry in the middle.
Snack. I wish I had a cracker.
And then
I could have done that.
Put it on.
I've never done that. Oh, I guess that would just be like sour cream. That's like the same thing. If you put sour cream and avocado and a little,
it's so good.
You could put a little lemon in there too, but the acid would be good for your.
You know what? Lemon juice, I have to say, you really have to have a good carrier for it. It is not so great right on your face.
On your face, not so good,
especially for sensitive gals. And
it's a nice green color. You're gonna get a little wicked.
Sorry, I forgot.
No,
okay. I'm putting it on. Here goes.
Right, go for it. We're gonna have a little Wizard of Oz.
I don't need a mirror because I have Zoom.
You got that right there.
The dog came in because she smelled that I have.
Just please don't let her lick that off your face.
Because that off my face, maybe out of the bowl.
Yeah, out of the bowl would be fine. Oh, but I know people. Nice. I know people who would do that. Who would let their dog lick, and that's fine if you do that. But it would gross me out. I would not watch.
I don't want that.
I have like a gag reflex when it comes to dogs.
Smells good. Okay. So I'm just putting this on, and I would do my neck, but I'm not doing it because I can't.
You have a towel and everything to make sure.
I do.
Make a hot mess over there.
I got a bowl of water, and I'm just going to let this sit on my face while we're talking, and then I'll take it off when we're done.
All right, give it a little.
This is for moisture. It's going to infuse.
Will it dry?
No, it does not dry. You
All right.
just are
So
gonna.
you won't go like, and your skin won't get all
No, not at
cracky
all.
and
That
stuff.
would be if you add like a clay agent to this,
Little
then it's
powder.
going to dry. Yeah, a powdered clay type of an agent. Then it would start. Oh, I can't see there. Then it would start to actually dry on your face and absorb.
Excess. I guess if you have oily skin, that would be good.
Yeah.
But if you have dry skin, as we get older, our skin starts to dry out.
Oh,
Oh, what is that?
and your ears. You know what? I never even thought about putting lotion on my earlobes, but
Oh,
I get dry spots because I have 4 holes on each side and I have big earrings and it gets dry in between the earrings because I leave them in. It's
yeah.
crazy.
There's a lot of
Oh,
care that goes into the ear holes there. It's true. All right. So
this
you're
is
gonna
relaxing. Mine is I took it out of the fridge, so it's nice and cool too, which is it's
yeah, it's like when you put those cucumbers on your eyes.
yeah.
I haven't really ever done that, I don't think, but I've seen that. I bet it would. Maybe I've done it once. It would be cool. They would be cold and relaxing.
You know what's nice about this too, Lori? You can do a lot. You're multitasking.
Yes,
Because
you're
you
having a
can
snack.
do things while it's on your face. You can eat it if you didn't have breakfast. You also, if you're doing at the same time, it's relaxing. I think with this type of a skin mask, you don't have to lay down. Like take that 15 minutes to just.
Oh yeah, you can multitask.
Yeah.
Well, I was reading an article once where they said there's no such thing as multitasking. Did you read that? Is it multitasking or multitasking, or are both acceptable?
Both. Those are two different. Those are two things on your list. I don't know, but that doesn't. Of
Because
course, there is. There's a
the whole, but the whole idea of maybe slowing down, taking this pause out of our day to slow down. You don't want to be maybe doing the dishes and a face mask and, eating your face mask all at once. Like,
right.
you want to, like, not that you have to lay
That's
down and take a
full
nap.
service self-care if you don't do those things while you're right.
I mean, we could. Sometimes you need to get stuff done. Am I shaming you? See, I'm right back into the shame. There's so much around shame because you know what it does? It makes us judge ourselves, right? So we overthink the slowing down of the mindfulness. Do you guys ever do that? So I've been having such a crazy few days, kind of like you, like ups and downs, that I could not get myself to my meditation spot. I was walking back and forth and finding things to do, like anything. I was resisting it. I don't know what was wrong with me. It's like that emotional regulation, right? I could not calm my system down enough. I mean, I did eventually, but it was so stressful for the last week. I found myself not, and then I would judge myself and shame myself for not being able to do it. Like, what the hell is wrong with me? But I remembered last week, I'm like, I don't have to achieve. I just have to just recognize where I am and then wait to move to the next step. So I'm really working on that. And the reason that it's bringing a lot up because of all my stuff with my mom is I grew up with, my mother put on lipstick and did her hair to drive to the corner to drop something in the mailbox. I'm like, you're putting on lipstick to drive 8 seconds. And she's like, someone might see me. I'm like, who cares? My 16-year-old self. But now I'm starting to like that voice is coming out at me. Like, what if someone sees you, or what do you? And generally I walk around like a hot mess in my house sometimes, but I probably would not come on camera live and just be a hot mess. I want to be able to reach that point. And maybe because the film, being in the film and TV industry, you're so trained to be all, like that. And not that I see, I'm just I go in circles and I judge myself about it all. It's
so
crazy
much
making
has changed for me where I am. like if I hadn't have gone through all of the life-threatening stuff that I did, the
Right.
mortality
Your
rush.
ego becomes so less, you're less attached
Right.
to all that, right?
Yep. And even turning 50 last year, 51 just last week, like I don't think I would have been as happy-go-lucky and much more feeling ashamed for turning that old and where my neck was hanging and all that stuff. I'm on a different plane than I've ever been. I can't tell you the hours I wasted of being sad and literally depressed because I thought I was too fat. I know. That's exactly it. That sigh. When I think about all those times, the really the hours, the years I spent, that it adds up, of feeling so sad and ashamed for that. And now I look back, I'm like, what the heck was I even
What
thinking?
was I even thinking?
You know,
Yeah.
not only was my mind, the perception of how I looked completely warped, but also the way I was perceiving it and how I felt like other people looked at me. I actually found, we were talking about that I used to hide when I ate food, especially anything that was bad for you. And
Right.
you were somebody that really opened up my brain to the freedom of enjoying what I want. And I found a picture of myself, a friend sent me for my birthday in my early 20s. And I'm sitting at a table with a few people. We were obviously eating. Everyone's got weird mouth positions. I'm going like this. I
Wow.
was like, oh, I'm eating.
Wow. It's
I know.
crazy looking back. We were just talking about that because we were talking about the Soleil Moon Frye documentary and how that was such, like, looking back at the 90s and, being in our 20s and just that whole time, right? That was when, yeah, like
Yes.
just that whole, and how there, I don't know, we're Gen X, right? So nobody talks about us. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
We're the forgotten ones. But there was so much going on with our peers and in our, like, what we thought about ourselves. And it wasn't even like, it's not even half as crazy as it is now, right? Because we had no social media. We had no, like, in your face overt, like, there was a lot of stuff that we probably dealt with, like, way too early and saw too early. But now I think it's even crazier. But it was such a look back at how many people were struggling and having, and I mean, living in shame and depression, and so much was going on. And we weren't talking about it. I mean, we're still struggling
No
to talk
talking.
about it, but it really threw me back to those times and what was going on when I was, 19, 20. And then I moved to California when I was 23. And so just like leaving my family and really letting go of that, who I thought I was in this group, this family unit where I was not allowed to express myself and where I didn't really have good relationships, and to let go of that and move there. I don't know. It's just looking back, was such a different time. And I
So
appreciate now the lessons that, like you say, you look back and you're like, what was I thinking then? Why was I insecure? Or why was I this or that? But I guess we have to go through those lessons. Do you still have goop on your face? I can't see.
say that again.
Is your stuff still on?
It's still on. Wait, I have to give you a close up. I just looked in the mirror.
It's mostly
Look
falling
it.
off, right?
I did not smash that avocado as much as I thought. There's like
Well,
chunks. Hilarious.
It is a little gory looking.
It feels good. Okay, so it's getting tingly, and I'm feeling a little, especially right over here, which I need.
Oh, the yogurt. I bet the yogurt will be tingly.
Yeah, it's nice. I'm gonna take it off in 2 minutes.
What time is it? Where are we at? I have to run today because I keep messing up my schedule. Oh, good. We have some time still.
Yeah, we do.
We're going to be going right at 2:45. We're only going to go 45 minutes today. Well, that's what we normally do.
Our UK sister is giving nice compliments to you.
I saw that. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Make a girl feel sweet. I do love doing makeup, But I am now learning to love like when I was younger, I didn't have a problem as much. Like, not that I have a problem, but I didn't think about it. It wasn't like, you don't think about this stuff when you're younger, 20, 30 years old. And so now and I wish that I don't have like the elder women in my family are passed, like my grandmothers and my mom. And so all of those, female, not that they were ever necessarily role models.
I know.
Those, the
life
women that went through it.
Yeah. Life experience.
Yeah.
Wise women.
Exactly. Like we need to create those circles, I think. More.
We're doing it. Aren't we doing it?
I mean, that's
just connecting. Thank goodness for our technology.
Yeah.
That we can do this and see each other. For a long time, you and I never spoke on camera. It was always on the phone. And we used to laugh. We're like, why don't we see each other? But it's amazing. I think that there's so many circles that are forming, and the world is getting so much smaller now that we all are getting comfortable on this social media thing.
Yeah, I know that not everybody likes to be on the Zoom, and not that we have to always connect there, but if you don't have that community in your local area, then finding that online.
And you have it. Yeah. Let's make one. Come on.
Here we are every Wednesday so far. I think we did one Thursday when I messed up everything with my dentist appointment that time, but Wednesday seems to be our special day. And I know we're going to have maybe a guest maybe next week or the week after. I know Angie wants to join us. We just have to schedule with her. Angie's going to come on. She is another lovely.
Here I go.
What do you got? Oh, you taking it off?
I'm going to take it off.
She's another lovely mama.
Of course, if you're in, you would do it in the bathroom sink. It's much easier.
Why not? At your desk in front of your computer.
It's really nice, though. And I would suggest warm water is much better. Mine started out warm.
It's not so warm.
That's nice. Oh, it tastes good, too.
No, don't eat it now. It's been sitting on your face.
No, I'm just getting a little
dirt.
I really like clean beauty. I think it's so important. I'm joking about, eating it, of course, so much, but it's so important. I mean, like, it helps your brain function if you're not putting extra chemicals in it by using some face mask out of a tube that has all kinds of crap in it,
Yeah, there's so much stuff that you can just grab out of your fridge, especially products are great. Not trying to, if you love your products,
definitely.
But if you don't have the budget and
you feel daring,
you've got some things that are going bad, or you can spare a couple of tablespoons of yogurt.
Just go to the Google.
Oatmeal is another good one, right? Oatmeal is like a scrub you can do.
Exfoliator. If you put oatmeal in it, it works as an exfoliator, just like sugar would work.
Sugar. Yeah, I just realized. So my sister has a company called Inspire Pure Botanicals, and you can get her. She makes all that stuff all natural. So she's got soaps, and she does scrubs. Yeah, she's a vendor for Whole Foods, so all her stuff you can get there as well. But I just realized that all her stuff is like natural. That's her whole thing. Like, it's just sugar.
Clean beauty.
Love it.
Oh, I love it. Okay, here I am.
Refreshed.
It's actually, look at the color is even. Like, it's nice and bright.
I need my glasses on again.
That's pretty good. That's what that yogurt is supposed to do, sort of give you the brightness.
Oh, a little brightness.
And yeah, look, I have zero makeup on. I did start with a little bit that I had a tiny bit of powder, but that's pretty good, right?
Look gorgeous.
It feels good.
Does it feel good? Does it feel all soft and nice? Now, do you need a moisturizer after that? Oh, Angie's here. Hello, Angie.
Oh, yay. Yes, moisturizer.
We were talking about it. I don't know if you heard us talking about that. I literally just said your name. I must have felt you coming on. We were saying how you're going to join us on our maybe our next one, or we'll schedule with her and see when she can jump in. I know that we so beautiful. She said so beautiful.
Pretty good. Yeah, that works pretty good. Well,
You
good.
look
So
lovely.
if you feel daring and you look in your fridge one day and you're like, wait, I got a few things, just you can literally say avocado face mask on
Wait,
Google.
did you have honey in that too?
Yes, there's yogurt, honey, avocado. That's it.
That was it.
And
Does the
a
honey,
very
how do you
little
get
bit.
the honey to be all like smooth?
It breaks up with the oil as well as the yogurt. It kind of just makes it, yeah, it didn't smush or anything. It was pretty
all
good.
like hard and like clumps of
No, and
nice.
yeah, it works good. So you could, but really, there's so many things that you can just put together for a quick refresher.
A refresher.
Yeah, I'm glad I did that. Thank you. I wouldn't have done that this week at all.
And now you did. See, that's what we come together, take the time. We got to pause sometimes, you guys. We got to just take that time out of our day to stop. Even if, like me, you're running around trying to, like, you haven't actually done anything because you're running around with your ADD, not letting you focus on anything. But then, although today I did meditate, so today that wasn't the case, but coming here and like just resetting, like just this 30 minutes that we've been spending together, it's like a reset. And then
Seriously.
I can like get through, because we rush through. It's like, I don't have time. Oh, I can't. I'm sorry, I haven't called. Like, how many times have I said, and I made a commitment not to say this. I made a commitment not to say I was busy, or I'm sorry, I was busy. I'm sorry I didn't return your call. I was busy. So I might not have returned your call or your text yet, but I'm not going to say I'm busy. Like, I'm just not going to take on this role or this, identity of busyness. It's stressing me out, and the feeling. And I grew up with shame around productivity too. Like, if you weren't working, well, then what were you doing? Like, what's your worth? You have no worth. Oh, sticks in my head. So even doing this, is just, we don't realize the benefit. I did not realize the benefits that just something simple, because I'm doing it for myself. And it's like, there's shame around doing things that you think are fun because, oh my God, who are you denying if you take time for yourself?
Nah.
I'm vomiting all of that shame out today, you guys. So I invite you to do that and then pamper yourself with a little mask as well.
Yes, or a cup of tea or a hug from your kid.
What are you doing the rest of today, Traci?
I am actually going on to a Zoom led meditation in a little bit by our friend Aura.
Oh, that's right. Yes, at 4:00 she has her.
We'll be
Every
thinking of
Wednesday
you at the dentist.
Yes, I'll be met. Well, actually, I'll probably be. Oh no, I'll be just starting at 3:50. I feel like I've been at the dentist, so it's like a 3 process just to get a stupid crown, you guys.
Oh. And then later, I'm doing a clearing out class with a group of my cancer friends.
Clearing out of like stuff or
here and stuff
and actual stuff.
That'll be nice. It should be interesting. I'll tell everybody about it when I get the info.
I can't wait to see what you clear out. Did I tell you about that time I did last year? When the Marie Kondo, is that her name? Marie Kondo came out, and I did not. Did I tell you guys about this? I repeat stories because I don't remember what I'm saying anymore. I need to keep notes of the stories that I tell.
Right.
But the only thing that I did, because I don't have time to organize like that that deeply, but I did the organizing of your drawers with your clothes, where she has you like everything's like rolled and then up. So since I was a little tiny kid, my drawers have been a mess, like a mess. My mother would come in and like the drawer, if they even had anything in them, they'd be like a mess. And she'd be like, "What are you doing with these drawers? Why don't you just?" Blah? And it was forever me straightening my drawers, and then they just get messy, and I'd shove stuff in. You guys, the Marie Kondo method, is that her name? Why do I keep feel like I'm saying it wrong? I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's the only thing that has ever worked for me. My drawers have looked the exact same since, for some reason, her method, when I put stuff in that drawer, it goes in the neat little spot. I don't know how it happened, but I have never, ever had neat drawers, and I can't tell you what a sense of accomplishment I feel over this. So if you also
Fantastic.
struggle, I recommend, I'll post a picture of what my drawer looks like, because it's the weirdest thing to me. Like, I'm 47. How many years did I have messy drawers? And like, I couldn't find my clothes. And it was not, I tried. I would redo them. I would make them neat. And then they would just get messy again. So maybe I do need to Marie Kondo everything else, because that worked. I just had to share that. It just reminded me of, I don't know what set me off. I don't even know what we were talking about.
Good.
I needed to share that.
Self-care, you're organizing.
Yes, the organizing, because you were clearing stuff out.
Yeah,
clearing. So helps. Yeah, the clearing out stuff. All right, so you're going to do that. I'm going to go to the dentist.
Yeah.
But then I'll be all done.
It's self-care day for both of us. You're taking care of your dentist. I'm taking care of my brains and my face.
And your face. It is. And I had a really nice meditation earlier, which was
good.
It was back on track. I had a crazy couple of days. And then I'm going to have dinner with my kid. And then I don't know. I'm just going to relax tonight. I'm going to try not to work till midnight.
Okay, that's good.
Sometimes I get like, I have an idea at like 7, and then it's like 2 a.m. and I'm like, oh my God, I haven't slept yet.
Which works with our time difference, because then you text me and it's only like, 11 my time.
Yes. I have many more friends in time zones that are, that late night. So I do get to connect with people when it's late for me and like nobody else is up. But I also have an insomniac cousin who I can always like, are you up? Can probably wake up.
Oh.
Well, it was lovely to see you this week.
I know.
And thank you everybody for joining us as well. It's always great to see you. Are we going to come back next week?
Yes, please.
Is your schedule good?
Yes.
Yes. So we'll do that. We'll see everybody back next week. A little shorter show this week so we can get on to our day. But we're so glad that you joined us.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
See you later.
Let go of the shame. Take care of yourself today. And we'll see you next week.
Okay. I'll go back in.
Traci's going on her journey. I don't know where she'll end up. But I hope you have fun, my love.
Bye. Maybe I'll go see Shiny in the UK.
She's going to the UK. Bye, everybody.